And we are live. Hello, everyone. Thank you for joining us for Everyone Dice, an all-queer tabletop role-playing streaming game. Right now we're streaming a homebrew D&D dark fantasy campaign. We have a few announcements before we get in, so I will pass the microphone over to the wonderful Lynn, who just got her hair cut and looks so badass.
It's gone. It's all gone.
Yeah.
Fuck hair.
Fuck hair. I don't need it. All right, so this week I have recommended for you all the podcast Tabletop Roulette once again. So Tabletop Roulette is an actual play anthology podcast featuring a rotating cast of GMs, players, and games especially focused on uplifting the voices of people from marginalized backgrounds. They play all sorts of games and are always looking for new players and GMs, as well as fun new games and experiences to try. So you guys can find them on Twitter at TTRPG Roulette, which is ROULETTE, or on the Discord listed on their account there. As always, right before the break, I'll be dropping the password for this week's art raffle, so make sure you guys stick around and keep your ears open. As a reminder, just for anybody listening, if you've won, you can win again. Enter. And that's it, so on to Scotty.
Right. We only have one really big announcement. Gen Con went great for Strikeout. Logan is still exhausted after running so many games in a time zone he does not live in. But Preparing for Paris, really big news, has exceeded its funding goal. It exceeded its funding goal in less than 24 hours of the Kickstarter launching. It has achieved its first stretch goal, which adds fire hockey, also, well, originally known as Pelota Purepecha, to the game as a playable character. The next big stretch goal that adds a new character option is at 2,000 Australian dollars and adds esports. So, go check out Preparing for Paris on Kickstarter. Take a look at the whole concept of playing as a sport in a high school, trying to get into the Olympics. And follow Logan for more updates on Twitter as ink_and_stories. That's all I got.
All right. Then, I think we shall begin. When last we ventured forth, the five of you had gathered in the morning to discuss Cordelia's past and the fact that the Onyx Fist are hunting for her. Afterward, you continued your travel to the small village of Hamel on the edge of the Lurende forest. You met a young boy named Kel, whose house was one of many to be swept away in a mudslide. He asked for your help to get his most prized possessions back. With the help of shape water and some clever thinking, you were able to find the missing satchel. Afterwards, you played a rather one-sided chess game at the Full Weasel Inn. The world then was struck by the curse of technical difficulties.
Ah, yes, the Valentine's Day curse.
Yes.
Our greatest enemy.
The worst. The chess game is finished, and Kel's aunt has brought out this feast for you all. This platter of food, and I have everything she has served. They're served in these very large dishes, and she brings out empty plates with her. Cordelia, you and Shay, since you've been here to Dunlin before, you know that Dunlin tends to serve their meals a lot of family-style meals. So what she's brought is a dish known as quiche Lorend. It is a quiche made with roasted bell pepper and various fragrant herbs. A salad of cucumber and mint with a yogurt dressing. a dish known as Dunlin Delight. It is lentils and vegetables. And something known as Hamel bread. They look to be these sort of puffed, almost like a biscuit, but they look a little bit more dense than that. She sits down with you and gestures for you all. Please, help yourself.
I'm going to have some Hummel bread and remember the sins of my session 0.
Okay then.
What does that mean?
We're never gonna know.
I was really hungry, like, before we sat down. And I'm real hungry now. This is not fair.
Sorry. Not really.
So, refresh my memory.
Yes.
We were gonna ask Kel's mom, aunt, about Lonely Lizzie. Is that correct? Okay.
That is what you were preparing to ask her as you dish yourself up plates and eat.
What was her name again?
Her name, she has not introduced herself yet.
Okay. We're in her house.
No, you're in the Full Weasel Inn.
Okay, cool. Because if we were in her house, that would be much weirder if she just hadn't given us her name. I will say, I don't believe you gave us your name.
Oh, my mistake. Sorry about that. My name is Sarah.
Sarah, it's a pleasure to meet you.
Pleasure to meet you all as well.
This is wonderful. I've never had anything like this before. It's delicious.
I'm glad you like it. It's, some of the dishes are my own creations, but a lot of it is what we serve here at the inn. It goes over well with the locals and travelers.
I can imagine it's going quite well with me. You have to give me your recipe. I simply must make this again for myself in the future.
Oh, I can give you a recipe for some things, but not everything.
All
Secrets,
right.
you know.
Secrets? Yeah, I understand.
Make sure you all save room for dessert, because we have a cherry clafoutis.
Oh my goodness, Sarah, you're going straight for my heart.
Well, the way to everyone's heart is through their stomach. That's what Mom always told me.
Sarah, not for this conversation to take a turn, but actually I was curious.
Yes.
What happened to the river? Does that happen often?
Wait. I can not really recall any time it's happened in Hamel's history before. Rain is not uncommon, and we've had an occasional small flood, but nothing that damaging.
No, it was quite a bit. Well, we heard word of a woman known as Lonely Lizzie. Do you know anything about that?
You heard about her?
Kel told us.
Oh, of course. She's a local legend, I suppose you could say. Not really a legend when you know she's real, but it's hard to describe her, you know? A lot of folks around here consider her a patron saint, sort of Hamel, the forest.
So, she's a protector. She's not somebody to fear?
Oh, most definitely a protector. You should only fear her if you have ill intent. The Dawn Guard found that out the hard way.
Oh, the Dawn Guard came here to talk with Lonely Lizzie?
Oh, long before Hamel was even a thought in our ancestor's eye. Brain. They came... How much of Dunlin history are you familiar with?
Oh, a bit here and there.
Well, a few hundred years ago, the Dawn Guard came with the intent of exterminating the werewolf clans that called the Lorende Forest their home. And, well, Lizzie took great exception with that. She turned the forest against the Dawn Guard. And when she tried to burn the forest, she made it rain endlessly. And then when they came back with an army, well, she tore the earth open and swallowed half that army. Apparently they couldn't run away fast enough.
She
I would have
sounds
liked to see
amazing. I would have too.
She is pretty amazing. We all leave her gifts when we can. All our harvests are due in part to her protection and her help.
Where do you think that we could perhaps leave a gift? We had talked about paying our respects to Lonely Lizzie before leaving.
Well, I suppose you could leave a gift for her at the village altar, if you'd like. If you're traveling into the forest, it's possible that you might run into her home. She does call the Lorende home.
Well, what does she like? Does she like hommelbread? Or, curry? Or sweets? Or more like gold and jewels?
Oh, she's more into fruit and vegetables. I must say she's quite fond of my quiche Laurent.
Well, as am I. Alright, well that's good to know. Perhaps we shall take some fruits by her altar tonight and, I don't know, maybe gather up some more substantial gifts in case we run into her in the forest proper.
That's certainly an option.
And I'm kind of looking at the group like, does this sound like a good idea?
Cordelia is eating the food. She's zoned out.
In a bad way? In like a 1,000-yard stare, or just like a long day?
Oh, yeah, she's.
Is she in a food coma?
Yeah.
She's not zoned out thinking about bad things. She's zoned out thinking about, man, this is a good Hummel pocket.
Wow.
Alright.
Meanwhile, Eloise is just like, bottomless pit, Eloise.
Okay, so some looks of hungry indifference. I look to Shay.
I mean, it sounds like a decent enough plan.
Yes. Great, a plan it is.
Poor Bernie.
Well, she's just checking to make sure that everybody's on the same page.
Birdie? Really?
Yeah, man, it's pleasant conversation. I'm making a plan. We're gonna get some gifts for a lonely lady. Maybe make her less lonely. I don't know.
A lonely lady who may or may not be real.
I don't know either way. We'll make sure to bring edible gifts only, just in case we can eat them if she's not real. That's like the plan. Bernie's not gonna say that in front of Sarah. Sarah's been good to us, okay? Okay, there's actually... Where was the city that Cordelia had mentioned her husband being at? Is that Roslav?
That is Reshev.
Reshev.
Yeah, I got Reshev and Roslav mixed up.
Yeah.
Roslav's
Okay.
Roslav's the one we went to.
Okay.
Roslav is the capital. That's the one that you guys arrived into that had the haunted port.
The spooky port.
Yes.
Okay, cool.
Spoops.
Alright, I'll ask her. I actually had some questions, and since you're local, I think you'd be the perfect person to answer them.
Of course.
What can you tell me about Liefield, the city inside the forest?
I don't... It's kind of a myth in Dunland. We don't ever get visitors from Liefield. I've never seen any travelers who go there come back.
Maybe it's just a really nice place.
Where they
Could
stay
be.
forever.
Or a death trap.
I'm
Oh, it
kind
doesn't exist. Live field.
I was just going to say, perhaps it's just a big blank field with a lie in it, you know? That lie is a city.
It could
Yeah.
be. I know there was a city a long time ago in the forest, but that's been abandoned for some time.
Oh, maybe it's a werewolf city.
Well, I hope not.
Well, no, I mean, there's nothing wrong with werewolves. And I very quickly look at Alois and I'm like, right? There's nothing wrong with...
Just people who can turn into animals.
Precisely. What I...
Someone
Yes,
will
but
know.
particularly wolves, and wolves are dangerous, so
I mean, I can
I
turn
don't want
into
a whole
wolf.
city full of wolves.
Honestly, like...
You're one wolf. That's scary.
Are
I mean,
you-
city
my
full of
town's a
wolves?
town of
are
animals,
You a
too.
werewolf, Alois?
Let's not go there then.
No.
No, let's talk about the wolf. Here's the thing, though. Would you be any less terrified or feel safer if they were just like 100,000 wed ducks? Because let me tell you, if you make a duck mad, it'll be quite dangerous. And
Yes, but a dog is easier to befriend.
A duck.
wolves are just big dogs.
Oh, a duck?
A duck,
Um,
a were duck.
A
Where duck?
duck.
I'm not quite sure about that.
See,
It would be
that's just the person who can turn into a duck.
It would be
What-
quite tastier than a
No,
wolf.
that would be. No,
You would you'd eat them as a
Cannibalism.
duck, not as a person.
Kel is laughing.
when
at
it's
this
one and the
conversation.
same. I
Well,
mean,
Well, there's no difference if you're going to kill a duck to eat it. Why not kill a were-duck to eat it?
it's all murder technically. But
Exactly.
but when the sun rises, most ducks don't turn back into like a 21-year-old who, you know.
But you don't know that, do you? You haven't seen where the duck's coming from.
Casey, Alois is having thoughts now, like
I've often
are we allowed to eat them?
I've often been around ducks in the sunlight, and
Yeah.
none of the ones I have seen in my entire life have ever.
But can you promise me that all of the meat you've eaten in your life, you know for a fact it hasn't come from a were-person?
I guess I can't.
Pose an interesting
So I would
We were in
prefer
question.
to
big
give
trouble
duck.
if otherwise. At least I am.
Okay, I have to ask an out-of-character question.
Mhm. What's up?
There are quite a few were creatures where Shay is from, correct?
Uh-huh.
Do I know what happens when you kill a were person? Or when they
Depends
die?
It depends when you kill them.
If you kill a were person when they are transformed, what happens to them?
They will transform back.
Okay, then Shay will kind of just like, she's just kind of laughing and she'll look at everybody and say, you guys do realize if you kill a were-duck while they're a duck, they'll turn back into a human.
Oh my goodness.
So,
really?
Well,
That's
Well,
actually-
Shay, I think it's pretty obviously that I didn't realize that. Now I just look like an idiot.
honestly, Shay, you've just made every single night of my entire life going forward a lot easier, because now I will not be up in bed at night wondering.
it would be... You would have to make a conscious decision to eat a were-duck, and you would know you're not eating a duck.
Yeah,
That's
Shay,
really good to know.
you have heard rumors of people in your, like some of the cities you visited, that they do hold were feasts, and those are not
What?
places you would want to go.
What the That's messed up, Casey. Why'd you put that in the world?
Because
I feel like
this
you're
is
assuming-
a fucked up world.
I guess so.
feel
Man,
like-
they better hope that my village never finds out about that. They'll be mad.
I feel like you guys are assuming that Shay partook in these things.
No,
No,
I'm not. But I just am so, like, disturbed that Casey has put this in the world, and now, like, I bet we're gonna go there one day. I bet it's gonna happen. And it's gonna be a
Halloween
dark
is
day.
not a were animal, guys. You need to tell them that.
Yeah, no.
We've been playing this 9 sessions now. Have I given you the impression that this is a happy world to live in?
I didn't think it was this grim!
Oh, well, my bad then.
I appreciate the darkness.
I like it! But, oh boy. We got way off track there. Okay, so Liefield may or may not exist. Why is it on a map? Our map, specifically, if it is just a rumor?
It's not on any map I've seen.
The map that we have in the Roll20 is the same one that we found in the tower, right? Okay, that's good to know. Alright, is this the last bastion before entering the Lorend?
Yes, we're right on the edge of the forest.
Have you heard of any other types of creatures other than Lonely Lizzie who may wander the forests at night or in the day, or I don't know?
Oh, there are wolves, bears, spiders, large spiders. Those are all the ones that really come to my immediate attention. Yeah.
But I imagine you don't know what lurks deep in the forest.
No. I imagine
And
there are
I
a few
imagine we're going deep in the forest. And I'm looking at
Yes.
Alois.
Well, that's brave of you.
To the very center.
We are quite brave women.
Yes. Yes. Brave.
Yes. Last question. I didn't mean for this to be an interrogation.
No, of course. Just dinner conversation with new friends.
Exactly, new friends. Can you tell me about Retchab? Is it a nice place? Is it like dirty? Is it gross? Is it pleasant?
Well, it's not dirty or anything like that. It's not really the place you'd want to go if you were looking to do legal things.
Oh. It's just sort of an entire city of thieves and murderers, or...
Well, it's It's changed in such a short time. The Onyx Fist is... They rule it like... Well, a fist. They don't let much slip from their grasp, and have kind of got their fingers everywhere in that city, so it's really hard to go anywhere and not be involved in some way with something that could be illegal.
Yeah, they're really great. So strong. And Cordelia's gonna shove another Hummel pocket in her mouth.
These aren't Hummel pockets.
No, they're Hummel bread.
bread.
That's it. Hummel bread.
When you bite into them, Cordelia, you find that it is a savory cheese puff.
It's yummy.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah.
Oh, Casey, do I know what the deal is with like the ruling class in? Do I know what their like system of governance is?
You, give me a history check.
Yeah, I don't know why I keep asking these questions, because Bernie does indeed have a 9 intelligence. She's never gonna know any of this, but...
Hey, maybe
You might roll well.
Yeah, roll high. History... That's a 14.
So you don't know a ton, but you do know that that Dunlin is a vassal nation to Andoza. They are ruled by a... I'm trying to think of the term. Like a magister, almost, who, takes their orders from the leaders of Andoza. They do have a council of sorts to, like, from, a couple people from each of the major cities, and that's how they deal with a lot of internal things.
What are people doing about Rejeb if it's such a horrible place filled with crooks and thieves and ne'er-do-wells? Why hasn't anybody stepped in?
Because it's either the crooks and thieves and ne'er-do-wells who happen to be our next-door neighbors, or it's the crooks and thieves and ne'er-do-wells who happen to be from the Holy Empire. Which one do we want to pay our tribute to?
I suppose.
Do you have a question?
What?
Oh, sorry, what's that?
What's tribute?
It's what we pay for the protection that is offered to us.
Isn't Lonely Lizzie protecting you?
Unofficially, yes. But Lonely Lizzie doesn't protect us from everything. And we've still had our share of bandits and other creatures running amok, and someone has to take care of that, so...
Oh, so this isn't like a racketeering situation. They're not protecting you from them, they're actually protecting you from bandits and the sort.
That's what they say.
A little bit of both, is it?
Not exactly the greatest at being on the ball for protection. In fact, we've had to hire mercenary bands occasionally to deal with some of the bandits who've... This was a little while ago, not recently or anything. But A few years ago, we had to hire a mercenary band, the Pink Lotus, to deal with some mercenaries who got a little out of hand.
Why don't you move farther into the forest?
Well, the forest isn't exactly accommodating to us. We're perfectly happy to live on the edge and receive the forest's bounty while treating it with the respect it deserves.
I understand.
Alois does not understand. It's like, but then you would be farther into Lizzie's territory, and she'd be able to protect you more, and the bandits wouldn't want to go into...
Alois, not everyone is built for the hardy living that a forest requires, like you and I are. We come from the forests of Braelia.
Really?
These people would not survive in those forests as we can.
What are the Braelian forests like? I hear that you have green trees.
We do. The leaves are these sort of needles.
Really?
Yes.
Fascinating.
They're green all year round.
All year? Sounds
There is
beautiful.
always snow on the ground.
I don't think I've ever seen snow.
Oh, I can show you.
I would like that.
Okay. Now, I'm only asking because I've shown this trick before and I got yelled at for it. Do you want it inside or outside?
You want it outside.
Outside.
Yes. Outside would be good. We could make a snowman.
Oh my goodness. I can give it a little hat.
Snowman? What is a snowman?
That's what they're called, right? I've read about
Yeah.
them.
You stack one large piece of snow, and then one medium-sized, and then one small on top, and then you stick little sticks into it and stuff, and you make a face, and then it's like a person.
Interesting.
And this would be so much fun, actually. Eloise, yes, you have to do this. Quick question.
After I finish eating.
Is there snow in Pyra, or does burning?
It snows occasionally, but it is a rare occurrence.
Okay.
Because Pyra is often arid and sort of desert-like, but there are times of the year where it does very briefly snow.
Okay. Then she's very excited because she's never actually had enough snow to build a snowman before. She's always wanted to. She's like me. She's only ever built ones that are like a foot tall.
Well,
That's
good
all
thing
they're-
you're getting 5 cubic feet of snow.
5 cubic feet! Holy crap!
Taken straight from the river.
My stepdad and I built a big snow sculpture once, peace sign, in my front yard. It was fun.
Wish we
And
got
5
snow.
cubic feet of water turned into snow is a lot of snow.
Snow day, let's go play in the snow! Let's do it!
We could have
I remember
played in
my
the snow
dreams.
when we were in Braelia!
Yeah, but I didn't have time to play in that because there was like necromancers and crap. This is for play.
True.
This is play snow. This is not bloody murder snow.
Fair.
Figuratively and literally.
Alright. So, if you all are done eating and asking questions, you have a nice dinner and an enjoyable dessert. It's sort of like a cherry pie, almost. But not as gooey. And you head outside. Alois uses shape water and draws from the river an amount of snow that encompasses 5 cubic feet of water. I don't know how much that is because
Fair amount.
math has never
Because
been
it
my strong
crystallines
suit.
and yeah.
But you all watch as Alois raises this globe of water above you. And those of you with really good perception, Bernie and Shay, and Alois, but she's doing it, you can see in the very center of this globe, it begins to crystallize and ice over, but it's still ever so slightly shifting. And as this spreads throughout the globe, you watch as it kind of fills like a balloon and then pops, and this just gust of snow explodes across the area.
I want to go stand in it.
Yeah. This is amazing. Oh my goodness.
And it all falls very much like regular snow.
Bernie immediately sets about making a snowman. She's actually going to make, she will make one snowman. She has a vision what this snowman is going to look like.
Alright, give me a dexterity check, and then let me know what your vision is. Or vice versa.
Would be strength to pull all the snow together and roll it into a ball?
But it would be dexterity to
Would it?
perfect it.
Okay, alright.
It would be strength if you wanted to throw it.
No, I'm crafting a bespoke
Then I'm gonna say
snowman. But it's not gonna be high quality because I did get a 10.
Alois would like to turn to Sarah and ask, do you have any fruit syrup?
I think so. I'll go look. She heads off into the full weasel.
As soon as there's a decent layer of snow on the ground, Zala's just gonna lay down in it.
The whole town has kind of congregated over here to watch this incredibly strange weather phenomenon.
It's like 5 grown women and 1 actual child playing in the snow.
But like
Lonely Lizzie's like looking at this like
never snowed in Dunlin, especially this area of Dunlin before. So they're like, what the fuck is happening? Because it's still raining. As this
Lonely
happens,
Lizzie is looking at this like, what is going on in my town?
Bernie, you managed to put together, it's not perfect, but it's pretty good.
I wave Shay over. Shay, can you come here? Can you help me?
Shay will go over and help Bernie.
Alright.
Can you help me just take in the sides? I want it to look kind of perfect. And then, are you good with your hands? Do you do makeup, that kind of thing?
Not usually, no.
Oh. Well, that's okay. We can do it together, and it'll be great.
I guess Shay will help her.
Okay, so you can either both make a dexterity check, or one of you can make it with advantage.
Shay, do it with advantage. You have better dexterity. You got better dexterity.
What were you gonna say, Bernie? You said
Bernie is taking out her disguise kit, and she is beginning work on this snow person. And her goal here is to add tidbits from every one of us into the snow person to create a snowman that represents our group. So she's taking out her disguise kit, which has, like, I assume makeup and stuff in it. And she is just burning supplies. No care in the world that she's painting on snow. She's giving it, like, probably Zala's face marks. She's
Lynn,
like... What?
You're lucky my spell is keeping it frozen.
Yeah, there's no way that this would work if not for Eloise. I think she's given it. She's like looking over at Cordelia, and she's like trying to draw her tattoo on this thing's side because it doesn't have an arm. She's, I think she's. Let's see, what can I give from Eloise? I can't make a big
hair.
Yeah, I'm using blue makeup, and I'm just like drawing hair on. And from Shay, I have a blanket that when it's done, I will wrap around the neck. And then for me, when we are done here, and Bernie is like, you guys, she's concentrating so much. She looks like this is like the like she's a makeup artist about to send a model off on Paris fashion.
Magnum opus.
You know that meme? You know that gay meme of the dude on the floor looking up in adoration as some other guy is talking about something passionately?
Yeah.
That's Zala laying in the snow watching Bernie do this.
Yeah,
And
Bernie's like looking over at everyone and adding on these details.
And meanwhile, the snowman and Bernie are that one meme where the girl is looking up at the other girl doing her makeup.
Yeah, exactly. And for the touch for Bernie, she will reach into her priest pack and pull out a metal lattice skull mask and just sort of crunch, stick it into the face.
Okay.
And at the end,
something to add when you're done.
okay, yeah. At the end, she is sort of, shivering. Her hands are very cold, and she takes a step back, and she turns, and I like to picture Shay like helped her whittle the form of this snowman down, and then just sort of watched in horror as Bernie was just like,
So Shay, you like very expertly, you're able to shave down the sides of this snowman until it is like TV perfect, camera ready snowman.
fantastic.
And then you watch as Bernie
Ruins it. Ruin it.
does that to it. Draws on the face and on the arms, and then like takes out this big mask and then crunch just right onto the face. And like, why did you draw the marks
blanket
on
around
it?
its neck.
What would you like to do to it, Cordelia?
Cordelia is going to light a cigarette and put it, I guess, through the mask in the snowman's face.
What's the cigarette for?
It's cold. She wants to warm up.
Alright, that's fair. Behold, the Bedelia Alice.
You are truly an artist. You know that? This is a masterpiece.
I know it. I'm like turning to all the townspeople and I'm just like, look upon my
Look at
creation.
this monstrosity.
Yeah, that sure is something. Kel looks up at you and tugs on your arm and says,
Yes.
"Don't listen to them. I like it. It looks great."
Thank you, Kel. Your opinion
It's beautiful.
is 10 of theirs. Thank you.
I know.
I give a little cheek pinch.
Now, meanwhile, I am gathering up snow and forming it into balls, waiting for that syrup to come back.
Okay. After 5 minutes or so, she does come back with 2 bottles of. One is a slightly lighter red, and the other is a much darker red. And she says, this one is cherry, and this one is Lorende berry.
Both, and I pour them on one of the snowballs and start eating it.
Oh. Okay. Is that good? And she
Yeah.
pours it on.
You want
and
to try it?
takes a bite. This is delicious.
I can't tell if she's being.
Roll an insight check. It's what insight checks were made for. Tell if the person who ate snow cone actually likes it.
Who knows?
Hey, it's hard to miss. Some people freaking hate snow cones.
I'm not a fan.
They're wrong, is what they are.
Excuse me.
You're wrong.
I prefer shaved
No.
ice.
It's all the
I
same.
don't like shaved ice either.
It is
Well,
not. It is
13.
not the same.
It's basically the same.
It
It's
is
not the same.
similar.
No,
It's the
She
same.
doesn't
they're
seem
bad.
to be
They're all bad.
like, humoring you. She's eating it slowly because it's cold.
It's cold.
Meanwhile, Aloise immune to brain freeze because she did this without syrups when she was a kid. Just like,
Question: Is it like? What's the temperature like? Have we just created a weird little
Yeah.
snowy?
Yes, you
like,
did.
Frozen. All right. Good
It's
to know.
like-
a very, very like the definition of a microclimate.
It's beginning.
technically
It's
speaking,
like
even
late
if I ended
autumn.
my
Late summer.
Even if I ended my spell now, it would still stay for a couple hours.
Yes. But yes, it is late autumn. That is the temperature of, late summer. And that is the general temperature of the area you've been traveling in. And it is now significantly colder.
I will make my snow person next to Zala. I didn't know that was a thing. I don't think Bernie knew that was a thing because she's never had enough snow to do that, so she does that. And then she looks expectantly at everyone else.
You want a snow cone?
It would be fun. We'll have a whole little lineup of all of us, our little impressions in the snow.
Oh, I could try. I've never made a snow person before. I mostly just draw in the snow.
She's still looking at Cordelia and Shay, and she puts a hand on Zala's arm and says, "We should do that. Let's draw in the snow together." And then she's like pointing at them and then pointing at the ground where the other snow angels are.
You're gonna draw in this snow and have fun doing it.
Yeah, you are!
Let's be friends, damn it.
You'll never make me have fun. I refuse.
Lord.
This is what you were
Okay.
planning when the session started. When you were
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
This is what
All
you
that
wanted
cool
us to do, right?
stuff.
Have a snow day?
I had snow day right here in my notes. Yeah.
Test game,
You got
snow
me.
We know what the
day.
session is called.
Lonely Lizzie, who? We gotta make
Clearly.
some snow angels.
Snow day.
Sala's like drawing ravens in the snow.
They do that.
I'm eating this snow.
What a fun evening. I wish my evenings could be like this.
Yeah.
I really do.
Yeah, so that's basically the evening for you all. You spend a few hours playing in this magically created snow. Bernie consistently trying to convince Cordelia and Shay and Aloise to join her for making snow people.
Just a thought, I could like completely destroy the local ecosystem by casting
Please don't do
shape
that.
water constantly.
Yes,
Please
you
don't do
could.
that. Please don't do that.
As the sun sets and the villagers begin to disperse, they've been slowly sort of dispersing as this all happens. Kel kind of is insinuating his tiredness, but still willing to continue playing, but his Aunt Sarah leads him off to bed, and she says, "When you're ready, the common room is prepared for you. It's just the first door in the hallway on the first floor. There's only 4
Thank you
beds.
for
but-
your hospitality.
Of course.
I can set up a hammock.
Guys, I just had a great idea what we could do. We could sleep in an igloo tonight.
We definitely could. That is a possibility.
Honestly, sounds. I do like my blankets and my pillows at night.
But it's warm in one.
I don't want to sleep somewhere that's going to melt on me before morning.
I don't want to
My
sleep
concern.
outside if I don't have to.
That too.
I can keep it cold.
We will put it on the bucket list, and before we all whatever.
And
We
maybe
end up
next
doing-
time we're in Braelia,
Oh, that would be amazing.
I think that would be
Cordelia
a better place
does
to
not-
do an igloo.
Give you a happy look.
Perhaps on a night where we're already going to be sleeping outside, so we are creating shelter. But I do think for tonight, some cushions sounds lovely.
Alright. So with the snow day done, you head back inside to warm up and rest for the evening. If there's anything you would like to do while you prepare for bed or anything like that, let me know. Otherwise, you will drift off to dreamland.
Just as a note, I do make sure to grab my mask before we
Yes.
all go inside. I'm not leaving it out at night.
No.
It was temporary. This is like a performance piece, and the performance is done now, and the mask comes off, and I take my blanket and go back inside.
Good plan. So you all head inside. Zala, you set up your hammock and bed down in the Hommel common room. It's nice. It's cozy. Quilted blankets. Very homely.
What's gonna happen while we're sleeping, Casey? Is it assassin?
I don't trust like that. Yeah.
Nobody has the alarm spell, do we?
Unfortunately, no.
None of you do. None of you do.
Uh-oh.
It's not
Think
even
it
an
takes me
option
out
for
now.
me.
In the middle of the night, nothing happens. You all
God.
sleep soundly as you can. You wake to the smell of cooking breakfast and people rushing about outside the door, and the day is yours. Cordelia, when you wake, you feel an incredible pang of hunger in your stomach. The feeling you might get if you hadn't eaten for like a full day or more.
But I had so much Hummel bread.
Yeah, I know.
Cordelia's
no.
got tapeworms.
That's not good.
Cut that out. Too, don't worry.
Normal tapeworms.
Yeah, just not high fantasy tapeworms, just regular ones.
Yeah.
Can I?
I can cut that out, just like the tattoo.
Oh, Alois.
You cannot. No.
Well, assassin pass where Alois doesn't threaten / offer some sort of gruesome magic surgery, because I don't think it's gonna
Without
happen.
explaining it. That's the problem, is without explaining it.
Can
I'm
I-
not allowed to explain it.
Insight myself to see what's wrong with me. Medicine. Arcana. Some knowledge myself.
I
You gotta ask the doctor.
will let you make an Arcana check, but I'm gonna make you take disadvantage for it because you have no idea.
Well, I'm mad because the first roll was really good. And the second roll was a nat 1.
Amazing.
You have no idea. You're just really ravenously hungry.
Alright, I'm out of bed. in my pajamas, going to get some breakfast.
And they serve you breakfast. They're willing to serve you. They have a variety of breakfast meals, omelets.
Everything.
Oh, all right.
You're pulling an Alois?
Bring you one of everything.
Thank you. Just gotta eat.
Kel joins you at the table. Cordelia seems very happy, very pleased. He's got his leather satchel with him. He just smiles.
Morning.
Morning. How did you sleep?
Good, but I'm pretty sure I've been poisoned. How did you
Oh.
sleep?
Good.
Did I hear the poison thing?
If you're out, at the table with Cordelia.
Ronnie wakes up at the crack of dawn, so I'm
So
sure
it
she
would
was
make sense that you're there, yeah.
Excuse me, I don't mean to eavesdrop. Did you say you were poisoned? You poisoned?
Oh, I mean, I think so. I don't know. I feel very weird. Hungry. I'm very hungry.
Well, let me try something. Okay?
Okay.
And I scooch my chair on over next to Cordelia.
She's
and
just gonna pop you one in the nose.
Can't be hungry when you're unconscious. What do I want it to look like? Like water bending when Katara heals and she sort of like pulls the water out of spoilers for Avatar The Last Airbender.
Yeah,
When
what
she
the hell?
pulls it out of the lightning wound on Aang, like the water sort of, I think that she's like waving her hand over Cordelia with like some fire and seeing if she can pull anything out as she casts Lesser Restoration to see if she can pull out any sort of poisoning or any effect that's on her.
Sure. So,
I know one of my 2 spell slots for you.
Cordelia, you feel this warmth through your back as Bernie, sort of their hand hovering about your back, going back and forth. Bernie, this very, very gentle flame caresses Cordelia's back. And you watch as the flame grows slightly dimmer, as the spell continues. It ends and there's no effect.
So it can be one disease or condition. The condition can be blind and deaf and paralyzed or poisoned. So if there's like a disease too that would be covered in lesser rest. Okay. And the light fades from her hand and she says, well, you aren't poisoned, paralyzed, we already knew that. You're not blind or deaf. And you don't seem to have any minor diseases or illnesses.
Thank you.
Perhaps it's just the normal hunger.
Maybe.
Does it feel different?
No, it just feels hungrier than usual. It's probably nothing.
Maybe you're about to go through your second growth spurt. You need the fuel.
I've been through all of my growth spurts, Benny.
And then this time Alois walks in yawning. Oh, he says, I'm really hungry, guys.
Join the
What's for
club.
breakfast?
I've ordered everything. Everything.
Oh, only that? Not 2 of everything?
We can get 2 of everything. Just checking. I sort of assumed the hunger's going away when I'm eating, right?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna die.
You do find yourself eating a bit more than you might normally, but it's not like the hunger continues no matter what you eat.
What have you done? What? I
didn't do anything to you.
I've been cursed.
But
with
Casey's
hunger.
just messing with you, and you've just
Yeah,
had
probably.
a hungry morning, and I
Maybe.
just burned one of my 2 second level spell slots.
Yes, you did.
Oh boy.
That's a choice.
That was
Why-
a
Hey,
choice.
Wait for me
if-
to do a checkup on her.
If Bernie hears that one of her teammates is like, ugh, I feel like maybe I've been poisoned, she's like, well, you obviously know your own body well enough to know that this is a bad deal.
I
to
respect
declare
that.
loudly over
I
breakfast
appreciate
that you
that.
have been poisoned.
I respect
But
that.
Cordelia's probably gonna jump to poison. Her mind goes there pretty quick.
Well, now your anxieties can be soothed knowing that for a fact it's not poison.
Yeah.
At least.
For now.
Well, it would be oddly strange if the poison came back later. I don't think that would
No,
be...
just someone else could poison me in the future.
Yeah.
Could always
Yeah.
get poisoned.
Future poisonings.
Who's it gonna be? Roll the dice. Is it one of us? Kel? Sarah? Oh shit, what if it's Sarah? She did cook us food.
So
You
as
guys.
you all arrive,
Food were poisoned. I think
sorry.
more than just Cordelia would be bothered.
Alois was gonna say, well, if you're feeling out of sorts, maybe I should do a checkup on you, because there was that burn that was in the water source, and you were drinking that water, right?
Oh my god. You think I'm going to die?
Maybe. If I catch it, I should just
Shouldn't-
rip it out.
Shouldn't that have done something by now?
If you had a disease, I would have fixed it. So,
I don't know if a plant is a disease.
It's a parasite.
well, if it's a parasite, then I guess I don't know.
that's why I asked in the chat, is a parasite a disease?
So Shay was right. This is a tapeworm. This is
No.
like a tapeworm.
I'm not saying yes or no, but I was actually really just curious myself. Does a parasite would it be classified as a disease?
I don't think a
don't
parasite
it's not.
is
It's
classified as a disease in 5e.
It can spread
no?
disease.
Whether or not
Yeah.
you take that to mean Cordelia has a tapeworm, that's up to you.
The two conclusions we jumped to as a party: poisoning and tapeworm.
Yeah.
Because you're a little hungry in the morning.
If you're worried enough about
And I
it,
love
can-
it that
we can go upstairs to do a checkup.
that you're like, well, maybe Casey's just fucking with you, and like,
For all we know,
is
it could
what-
just be something to do with Cordelia's patron.
This is
A
what we get for the
supernatural-
snow day.
We get punished.
This is punishment.
I wasn't the one. It wasn't my snow.
Why is Cordelia hungry when Alois caused this?
Literally, if you were to point to the person in the party who had the least to do with the snow day, it would be Cordelia, because Shay helped Bernie.
yeah.
All I did was light a cigarette and shake my head.
Don't you know smoking's bad?
That's
Smoking's
true.
bad.
Oh, that's why I'm getting
Smoking kills.
Yeah, don't smoke, children who are definitely
Smoking
watching this show.
Makes you really
Are there
hungry.
children
in the
watching
morning.
this show?
I
Shit.
hope not, because we swear.
One of the 10 people in the chat, one of you is a child. Don't smoke.
Yeah, Cordelia, if you want, we can go and do a checkup real quick. It won't take long.
You know, I'm feeling better now that I've eaten, so I think I'm okay. But if
Let us
it
know
doesn't go
if it
away, I will.
changes.
Yeah. I'm going to get dressed. And she leaves.
Well, I was gonna wait until everyone was here, but Cordelia just went to get dressed, but I wanted to give you something for helping me when no one else would.
Oh, that's not necessary.
I know, but I want to. And he pulls the satchel off his little wheelchair and hands it to you. Here.
Is this his mom's satchel or the bag of holding?
This is the bag that you were asked to get.
Are you sure you want to give us this?
This is worth quite a sum of money. Your father's not here. Is this?
It's mine. He got
It's
it on
yours?
one of his ventures and he gave it to me. I can do with it what I want. I emptied it last night.
All right, Cal.
Now it's yours.
will very awkwardly take it. Thank you.
I'm gonna lean over and put a hand on Kel's shoulder and say, "You're very kind."
Well,
Eloise was saying,
so are you all.
well, I'm gonna give you something in return. Do you have a map real quick?
A map?
Mm-hmm.
Any
Any kind of map, as long as it has Braille on it.
I think Auntie Sarah has one.
Or some parchment, I can just write it down real quick.
I have that, yeah. There's a smaller pouch on the other side of his wheelchair, and he pulls out some slightly crumpled parchment and passes it over to you.
Okay, so my village is right here. You can follow the river up from Mistvale. If you haven't found yourself in a bind, or you got sick with an incurable disease, or if you want new legs, you can just go there and they'll fix you right up.
New legs?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And tell them that Eloise sent you.
Eloise sent me. Okay, I can do that.
If this child gets murdered because of you, we're gonna be upset.
Zala is going to lean in and say, "It is a dangerous trip, so if you do decide to visit Aloise's village,
I'll
take people with you."
I'll take my dad. He's really strong.
Watch as I just gave, like, the big bad or something away.
If Kel comes back and is the big bad, I'm not gonna play the game anymore.
Yeah, that would suck.
More of his dad.
I'm not gonna play the game anymore.
Oh, alright. Well, it's gonna
Hey.
suck at episode 50.
Wait, we're gonna be facing down the big bad at episode 50? It's gonna be a stressful freaking episode.
I would also like to say that the map that Eloise draws is, like, very accurate.
Okay. Oh, you took Outlander, right? Yeah.
Well,
Zala's actually going to reach in and add a little line up to the Kolai Bethea village.
What's this?
That is my home.
Oh.
It is also a dangerous journey just because it's in the mountains.
Are there lots of big people like you?
Oh yes. Whole village is large like
Uh-huh.
me.
Well, maybe I can go see it sometime. After I
Maybe
get new legs. I don't know. I like my wheelchair.
I would too. It's very cool.
It is.
Well, Cal, thank you for your kindness and your generosity. I hope that maybe once we're done with the rent, we can come back and see you again.
I'd like that. Maybe we can have another snow day, as you call
Yes,
it.
and a rematch on that chess game, and I boop his nose.
I'll keep practicing.
I would say that I will too, but I probably won't, and you're probably going to beat me again, handily.
Well, when you come back, I'll make sure to teach you a thing or two. You can be on my team next time.
Yes! Alright, you're all going down.
Who knows? Maybe when we're back, we'll all have a new special outlook on life.
Ooh, maybe. That would be fun to discover in the forest.
Yeah.
A fun special new outlook on life.
Kel just like,
I am out
Yeah.
here on a journey of self-discovery, so...
Perhaps that is what we'll find. But first, we have to get there. So, I think we're
we
going to start.
should get moving.
I think we should.
wow. Thank you all again, and I look forward to having another snow day with my new friends.
We'll see you later, Cal.
Gives you a big smile. Sarah waves at you as you head out. You can see the people of the town are already beginning to rebuild from the mudslide. People are starting to clear away parts of the land that were, just covered in muck. And
Here's a question for
Yes.
the party. Who is hanging on to this bag of holding? We're doing this 2 weeks in a row.
Yeah.
Make it a third this Friday. Who's hanging on to the bag of holding?
I would
give it to
say
Steven.
Zala can, but like, to be fair, honestly, somebody who's weaker than Zala and can carry less should probably be the one with the bag of holding, just because it makes everything lighter.
We should give it to Steven.
I don't want to put it on the ox or give it to the ox because I swear to God, he's gonna die or get lost. It's gonna happen.
I would like to say that Shay does not want to carry it because it'll hinder her movement.
I
I can
am
carry it
thinking,
then.
yeah, either Alois or Bernie should carry it. Do you want to carry it,
it'll-
Alois?
I'll carry it. And it'll be magically protected if I turn into something, too.
Well, you do charge into places when you turn into something. Should we always keep it in the back lines? Because if so, it should. If we want to keep it away from the front lines,
So,
needs to go to Bernie or
wild shape, the equipment that's on you can be fused into you.
yeah,
That's
but if my concern is that, and I know that this
If
is like
she
so
dies.
slim of a chance, if she gets knocked out, she's gonna be on the front lines unconscious
True.
with all of our stuff.
True.
The thing is that
Also, we couldn't get anything out of it while you're wild shape.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it
That
should
would be the problem.
Bernie or Cordelia because they're always in the back and usually running around to everyone anyways.
Probably Bernie then, honestly. Cordelia tends to stay further back.
Also, I don't think it would fit her aesthetic, which I realize
It's very important to her.
absurd, but it's important to her.
It's important. It is.
That's
Gotta have an
valid.
aesthetic.
You can't
Bernie-
fight crime if you don't look cute.
Bernie's also super into her aesthetic.
I thought it was
so-
be gay, do crimes.
This is Big Gid, you can.
Cordelia is
What is
Both?
both of those.
Bernie will carry it. Here's a very important question for Judge Metro. What does this bag look like? Is this like a shitty bag? Is this thing look nice? Is it black? Is it gray? Is it like white? Or is it
The
brown?
leather satchel,
Actually,
right?
I have this bag.
Oh, hell yeah.
You carry it then.
That is what
Okay.
it looks like.
Solid.
Is that black or brown? I can't tell.
It is
It looks
brown.
brown to me.
Canvas.
It does not have the Chewbacca bandolier, but that is what it looks like.
Maybe
Okay.
it does. Who knows?
Well,
You could
So,
get a strap that looks like that. I would not be opposed to it.
so I think as we're walking out of town, Zala is going to say, you know, when I left home, my sibling was expecting a child.
oh, yeah.
I imagine that child has been born by now.
Well, congratulations.
Happy blessings.
Of course.
It's strange to be far away for that. I hope I find what I'm looking for soon.
Well, if you wanted, perhaps after we're done here, we can head back to the Geistlands and go to Brelia, and you can see your new niece or nephew, or, in person.
Them few.
We don't have a term for that in my language. The child of my sibling. Maybe. It would also be strange to return without having found whatever I'm supposed to find.
It would be, but I'm sure your sibling would be happy to see you.
They would.
Well, we have time to think about it.
All right. So, with breakfast in your bellies and a new old bag of holding, you set out for the Lurende Forest. And that's where we're going to take our break.
Ooh.
Woo.
Oh, that means that I need to do my thing.
Yes,
Hold
it
on.
does.
Yeah, you sure
Uh-oh.
do.
The browser Discord, I can't use push to talk unless I'm on the tab. So
Oh no.
watch me fumble with my tablet for a million years. Alright, so it is art raffle time. So as a reminder, I raffle off a sketch bust of any character of your choosing, D&D, OC, whoever they are. I will draw them with tender love and care. And as I said before when we got started, if you have won in the past, you can win again. So this week, the password is going to be chess. You need to type that password into the chat, have your whispers open, or be part of our Discord so I can message you. And I will be announcing the winner after the break.
Yeah.
And we'll see you then.
We'll see
We'll
you
see
in
you then.
10 minutes. And we are back.
Hurrah!
Back. Yes.
All right.
Who won our giveaway,
Yes,
Lynn?
who won our
Our
giveaway?
winner for the art raffle this week is Jelly Puncher. Congratulations, Jelly Puncher. I sent you a message. Hit me back so we can get that portrait started tonight.
Yes, yes. Congratulations, Jelly. All right. As you approach the forest, you can feel a slight temperature shift. The forest stretching before you seems endless, dense, and almost wild. The canopy above you is a sea of yellows, orange, and reds. This place seems almost locked in a perpetual autumn, despite the fact it is mid to late summer. You're able to see a faint pathway through a grouping of trees that leads further into the forest. Following it, you find it's not entirely meant for carts, but it is not too difficult to navigate with some careful piloting. While walking, after a few hours or so, something catches your attention. An area of the forest where the grass has been burned away. You see this burn covers a wide area of 80, maybe 100 feet. Some signs of a large encampment that was once here recently. Several fire pits still have their burnt, charred wood lingering. And there's a few tents that have been left on the ground that look to be very tattered and worn. What would you like to do?
Like to make a perception check to see if there's anything lurking in the shadows or anything particular I notice.
Sure, go for it.
That was so close to a 1. It's lower than my passive, which is 18.
So, there doesn't seem to be anything amiss in the tree line. It's almost as if nature is giving this area a slightly wide berth. You can't hear the sound of birds. Can't even really hear the sound of bugs. It's very
Well,
unsettling.
that's unsettling, and I don't like that.
I don't like it either. There's nothing else I noticed?
Nothing else you notice. Just like I said, the fire pits, the tents. There is a banner, that you carry in battle that is laying on the ground, but you can't see it from where you're at.
I want to head up there and take a closer look at everything.
I'm gonna cast Detect Magic to see if there's any funky going around.
Sure. Casting Detect Magic, you find that the forest itself is just dense with magic. It is almost blinding when you first cast it. As you attune your eyes to the copious amounts of magic in the area, you channel it on the encampment, and there's nothing really that catches your attention. It's, again, slightly unsettling that this one bubble seems to be the most unmagical part of the forest.
I'd like to have a look around and see if I can find anything that might tell me who was there or what happened.
I'm going straight for the banner.
I'm heading in and taking a closer look at the campsite, I guess.
Yeah.
Give me an investigation check, Cordelia. Bernie, as you approach the banner, you see that it is the emblem of a red snake wrapped around a spear.
Yes, I really thought it was going to be the black Onyx Fist.
The Onyx
I
Fist
was
again?
like this close to having like a breakdown if I saw that fucking logo one more time.
You're just so sick of it now.
I'm so sick of it. Do
And
I know
on
what
the back is the Onyx Fist.
do I know what the standard is? Do I recognize it from anywhere?
You do not. However,
I rolled a 14.
Cordelia, looking through the encampment, you find a few coins that might have fallen out of pockets, a few
Hers now.
rations, but the camp itself looks to have been picked clean when they left. You find... Oh shit, my dice are in my bag. So I'm just gonna use Roll20's dice. You find 3 silver pieces.
Nice.
That's it. But Cordelia and Shay, you can make a history check if you would like to perhaps recognize the banner.
I got a 9.
Rep.
I got
I'm
13.
meant to be smart.
What'd you get, sorry?
13. 15
So,
minus 2.
Shay, you know that this is the emblem of a mercenary band known as the Red Caps. They are a brutal but highly effective mercenary band led by a man known as Silas the Serpent. And that is all you can really remember about them. Just something you heard in a tavern one time while you were in Dunlin.
So, like, would you say that they're... I know that mercenaries are, usually pretty morally gray, but these guys are more on the bad side, or...
It's really hard to tell. You didn't care enough to look more into what kind of jobs they've taken. Yeah, I mean, based on your knowledge of mercenaries, you can assume that they're probably at least a little morally gray. But it's really all you can tell.
Can I try to see if I can see any, like, birds in the high-up trees on the outskirts of this place, or any, like, snakes hiding in the shrub?
You can make me a perception check.
I should have my dice ready if I ask you when I want to do things.
Forgot to switch the
23.
music. You spy about 150 feet up and to the right, sort of out of this bubbled area, a flock of birds. Small, just very small sparrow-like birds.
Guess what I'm going to cast, Kacey?
Do tell. Do tell.
Gee, I wonder.
Speak with animals.
What would you like to say?
Hi, we're new to the area. What happened here?
Soldiers came.
Why is everything burned?
Made room for their encampment.
That's dumb.
Yes. The forest will grow back. The forest always grows back.
Which way did they head?
To the northeast. Towards Lizzie.
Oh, so they're gonna die then, right?
No response.
Should we go there to help Lizzie, or she got it?
No response.
You're being rather unhelpful, you know.
The birds fly away.
Never met such a rude group of birds before, guys.
Me either.
You hear just like squawking while she was talking to them.
What did the bird say?
Oh, the soldiers are going after Lizzie.
Then we should probably go after them.
I mean, she swallowed whole armies whole, like, in the earth.
I mean,
Sorry?
I said that the soldiers are gonna get killed by her, and then they didn't say anything. I said, do you think we should go and help her? And they didn't say anything, and then they flew away.
I don't.
She seems better equipped to deal with soldiers than the five of us.
Can we tell about how
the
many
soldiers may have been what upset her in the first place.
That's a good fucking point. Quick, can we tell how many soldiers were here based off of the way the camp is set up? Because if it's like 5+, I say we skedaddle. If it's under 5, I think we could help.
It's a large encampment.
It's a large
Is it
encampment.
large?
There are several fire pits that were set up. So you can tell this was probably an encampment for 20 more, 30 maybe people.
We can't do shit again. It's very noble thoughts, all but what can we do to help against this many men?
We can
Depends
make it
on-
harder for them to get out of the forest by removing the encampment and them losing their way.
It also depends on how they may be spread out right now. They might have split to... When my mother hunted animals, her team would split to flank a moose. They may have split into smaller groups if they are going after her.
You're right.
Well, they went northeast, which isn't the way we're going. So,
If she is being attacked by these people, I feel like we have to do at least something. We could at least take half a day to follow the trail and...
Northwest, sorry. I got my directions.
Yeah, northeast is where we came from.
Yeah, northwest. Sorry.
I feel the least we could do is follow their trail and see if or how many there are going after her, and perhaps if it's too many for us to fight, Alois could turn into a bird and fly ahead and tell Lonely Lizzie that they're coming.
I can turn into a rat with wings. I can't turn into a bird.
A rat with wings, then.
Just thinking of that Simpsons episode. Nonsense. I made a pigeon rat.
I think we should at least see.
But, obviously, if we're outnumbered here, and you all don't think we should...
I mean, I can scout ahead to see. I can fly ahead.
We don't know how far ahead they are. We don't know how long ago they left.
Well, this forest isn't exactly easy to walk
But what if
around
you
in.
get lost? I mean...
I'll be flying.
We should move as a group, or we should move as group until we find them.
That's what I'm thinking. Shay, Cordelia?
We don't have the numbers, but we're probably smarter, so
We can
be
at
careful. We could help.
least we can reach them, see if they have split up. I'm not saying we have to run in and engage immediately.
What do you think, Shay? Does that sound like a good plan?
I think so. And I mean, we have Lonely Lizzie on our side, and she counts for what, like 10 people?
Yeah, probably. Not more. Alright, well then the least we can do is try.
So you guys are gonna follow the tracks?
Sure. As we leave, I want to cast Entangle on the area.
Sure.
Encampment.
Fuck it up.
Yeah. So you cast Entangle, and these thick vines begin to sort of creep into it, creating this area of difficult terrain across a portion of it. I don't think you can get all of it with Entangle, but you can definitely get a good portion of it and make it difficult to walk through, difficult to come back to.
My idea was to help the forest grow back in a bit quicker.
Yeah, it will definitely most likely do that.
One quick question.
Yeah.
Let me know if you already answered this, and I blanked. Did you say how long it had been since they left? Can I investigate the fire pits to see when they may have left, if not?
Yeah, you could definitely do that.
I'm gonna do that quick before we leave.
Give me an investigation check.
Wow, I'm good at that. How am I good at that? I don't know, but I am.
Because Bernie's intelligent.
She's not. That's a 9.
It's kind of hard to tell.
Yeah.
But you know it's been several hours because the wood is there's no embers left in the fire. The wood is all burned down, but you're not sure exactly how long ago it was.
All right. Well.
Yeah.
Okay. Just wanted to see maybe how far of a lead they had on us, but that's not so bad.
So you begin following this very visible trail through the Lorende forest. This marched trail. You can see the several dozens and dozens of boot prints just tearing through the grass.
At least they are easy to follow.
After several hours of walking, when the sun hangs high in the sky and has begun to make its descent, you find what you're looking for. An incredibly large, bulbous tree. Unlike the leaves nearby, there are no leaves atop this strange-looking tree. There appears to be a large crack in the trunk of it that looks to be carved by a lightning strike. You have not encountered any individuals or seen any on your travels, nor have you seen the pathway split off at any point.
Are we still seeing tracks?
Yeah, they lead directly to the house, and there's
The house.
or like this tree.
Okay.
And
It's like the house.
sorry, this
There's a
this
house?
strange,
Came out of
large
nowhere.
tree. You can see that like there's a portion of the grass in front of it that looks to have been where they prepared, and it looks like they went inside.
Is Lizzie
I'm-
home?
No response.
Shay's gonna cover Aloise's mouth.
Should
We're trying to
we...
be a little bit surprising. Just a little bit.
I think they might be dead.
Maybe.
We should say hi to Lizzie.
We should.
I want to... How big is the tree? Like, you said it's huge, but
It's
like...
huge.
Like, are we talking like redwood
Yeah,
around?
yeah.
Or... I want to make a
Probably
circle
bit,
around
probably
the tree.
bigger. Probably more like a redwood and a babao tree,
Okay.
because it's
I
got
wanna-
this bulbous trunk.
I want to make a circle around the tree
Sure.
and just kind of walk along it. Probably with my hand on it, checking it out.
I'll go with her.
Are you looking for anything in particular, or?
Not really anything in particular. I'm just looking. Zala and forests. I don't know how else to explain it.
Yeah. So, circling this tree, running your hand along the bark, you can tell that this tree is ancient. That it has been here possibly as long as the forest itself. There's no other cracks or damages to the tree aside from that one large opening at the front of it.
And that opening is large enough for people to walk into.
Yeah, I mean
Even
you would
a
have
Goliath.
to slightly squeeze in, because it's not like a proper door, but each one of you could make it through without any real difficulty.
Kacey, am I getting any feelings from the tree?
I'm Jack.
It's a tree.
You know what I mean,
Right.
Kacey.
Yeah, I know what you mean. No.
I am, when I make it back around to the front, I'm going to pull my great axe. And, I'm gonna walk in.
It's not. Wait. I'll grab her arm.
As will I.
No.
Kind of pushing Burning in between us.
Okay. Are Shay and Cordelia coming at least? I look behind me. Are they coming? Is we going along?
I look at Shay.
And Shay looks at Cordelia.
And I'm looking at you.
Should we just let them handle it, or?
That would make us bad people.
I'm okay with that, but
If they're bad people, then it's different.
I'll do it so that you cannot be a bad person.
Yeah, that's probably a good idea.
Just for you, Shay.
Aw. All right.
And we go in.
So, squeezing in one by one. For some of you, it's easier. For Zala, you have to
Hunch.
hunch a little, and your shoulders are pretty broad. So, but you all make it in. You find that on the pretty much directly as you enter, there is this staircase this spiraling staircase leading down into the earth. A staircase made of hard, compacted dirt. As you descend, the temperature grows noticeably cooler, as it would underground. You descend for longer than you might expect before stepping out into this underground chamber that can only be described as this intricate webbing of roots forming both the ceiling and the floor of this chamber. Dirt has been compacted to help support the floor, but along the walls you can see the various roots of the nearby trees or plants. This chamber is long, maybe 50 feet long, 10 feet high or so. And at the very back, you can see there is a throne there made of some kind of wood. However, what immediately catches your eye is a figure just to the side of the throne is this figure impaled on some kind of enormous spear.
I will rush forward.
That's the only figure we see?
That is the only figure you see, even the
Are
people
they-
with good
Are they
perceptions.
mortal? Are they bleeding? Are they?
I'm keeping
they have
pace
armor.
with Bernie.
Bernie, you rush toward this figure. You find a old woman with gray skin that looks almost like the bark of a tree. Her eyes are open but lifeless. They stare at you with these yellow-orange pupils that seem to almost glow.
I'm casting Cure Wounds. I'm doing it. Casting Cure Wounds.
I want to try and pull her off of what's got her impaled.
Nope. Do not remove the impaling object.
You are going to cure her around it?
Well, I'm just going.
She'll bleed out if you do that.
She'll definitely die if we take her off. I'll heal her a little bit first, and then we'll see how she's doing, and then we. Miss, are you alright? And I'm casting Cure Wounds. I've got my hands on her shoulders.
Okay.
I
Go
will
for it.
switch to Primordial and then Ancient Valerian if she's not responding to common.
Sure. How much do you cure her for?
9 tasty points of damage. This is probably not a lot. It's like a level 20
I
right?
am going to spend a wild shape use to wrap her up in my shadows. I don't know if she's dead or not,
Yeah.
but there's like an
Is she
in-between
even
sometimes.
alive?
We don't know.
Bernie, as you cast
I'm
your
trying though.
curative magic, you run your hands along her side, this sort of cloak that looks to be made of leaves almost.
I would like to bite into my thumb and smear blood around my eye and cast Lesser Blood Sight So I can see when a creature is below their maximum hit points, and when they're below half their maximum, and also when they are at 0. Like, basically, I'm going to be able to tell whether she's alive or dead.
Okay. So as
Does
you
that count
cast
death
this,
saves though? Does that count death saves though?
It does not track death saves, but I'll still be able to tell if she's alive or dead.
yeah. As you cast this magic, Bernie, it does not seem to take effect. And Alois, your shadows do not grab onto her. Zala, as you smear the blood underneath your one eye, you're able to tell that whoever this is, they have passed.
We got here too late.
I just look at everyone like I don't know what to do.
All we can do is return her to the forest. Return her to forest and find who did this, maybe?
Maybe
If we can.
mean.
I would... I'm sorry, Bernie.
No. It's just sad that we couldn't do anything.
Let me see here. So, do I don't know how big the room we're in is. Is there anyone other than the party within 30 feet of me who have hit points below their maximum?
No. You are able to determine that there are a few other living creatures nearby. You see some kind of small creature curled up near her.
And if they're
throne.
below half of their maximum, I can see them through walls if they're in range.
Okay. Nothing comes up humanoid on your blood sight. Like I said, you do spot a few creatures. There's a crow and a possum that are in this room as well, but they're sort of sitting almost attentively by the throne.
Speak with animals.
Sure.
While they're doing that, Shay
What are
and
you
Cordelia, can you guys help me take Lonely Lizzie off this spear?
Yes.
Lift her off.
With the three of you doing it, it won't be. I won't make you make a check because this is a large spear. It's about, I would say, 8-9 feet total.
Jeez.
Yeah, it is huge, and the blade that she's pierced on has pierced like her entire chest. You pull her down carefully and lay her to rest near it, and you're able to see that the blood that has spilled and fallen nearby, pooled near the spear, has begun to grow new life. There's small bits of flowers and grass growing there. Alois, you cast Speak with Animals, and who would you like to chat with? There is a crow and a possum.
What type of possum?
An American possum or an Australian possum?
Probably.
Is it the little raggedy screamy thing or the weird
cute
little
baby.
thing? They're both cute babies in my opinion.
It's probably more like an American possum.
Raggedy and screamy. I love them.
Yeah.
They eat ticks. They're good friends.
I am gonna look back and forth between the two of them and say, did you see what happened?
The crow tilts its head at you. The possum looks up. You can see this almost hope in its eyes before it stares at you and then just lays its head back down. Crow kind of shakes its wings a bit and said, "Who wants to know?"
Not the voice I expected the friendly little possum to have.
Oh, no, this is the crow talking.
Oh no, Lynn!
Oh no, I've become Bernie.
Lynn!
Uh-oh.
Aaron has become the DM. Nope, we're back to
There we go.
Okay, so you want to play Bernie? I'll just like.
As
chill
the
on
DM,
the
I'll
backstage.
die.
Huh, wait! You're not just gonna save us and give us 1,000,000 gold? Aaron, you're gonna kill us all instantly?
No, I have a whole story for Zala!
It's mean.
It's a cruel DM.
I'm not ready to run the next campaign yet.
So,
Okay, so the crow asked me who wants to
yeah,
know.
who wants to know?
Oh, hi, I'm Aloise. These are my friends. We were following the tracks from the Red Caps, I think it was.
Kind of
Um,
flaps its wings in it. Trying to look as aggressive as it can. Yeah? You
And
with
we
them red
thought-
caps?
oh no, honestly, I thought that Lizzie was gonna take care of them. And I asked some birds, and they didn't say anything. They were really rude, honestly.
Yeah, well, you know, Lizzie's getting on in years, and she's not as strong as she used to be. You know, that's what happens.
Oh, is she coming back then?
Well, I don't know. You know, hopefully.
Is there anything we can do to help with that?
Well, yeah. You want to get her, heart back. That'd help.
Oh, is that what happened?
Yeah. Some big giant bastard came and tore her heart right out.
Does she need her
Disgusting.
old one, or can she use like any one?
No, she needs her heart. It's the only
So
way
she'll
she'll come back. You find
She'll
her
be
heart.
fine if we can find a heart.
Yeah.
You don't know that.
Oh, am I not there?
They're
Is this not in
speaking.
the
They're
same room?
they're not speaking. They're not speaking things we can hear.
She's talking crow right
Squawk,
now.
squawk,
I
squawk.
forgot that that's how Speak with Animals worked.
Zala is
Damn.
at some point going to lean in and say, "What is Cousin Crow saying?"
Oh, someone stole her heart.
Wow.
Crow's heart or
Lizzie's.
Lizzie's heart?
Yeah, if we get it back, she can come back.
Really?
So, where
Get her
did
heart
they
back. She'll
go?
come back stronger than ever.
Where did they go?
Did you happen to see where they went? Because we don't know this forest very well.
Sorry, Miss, what was your name again?
Aloise.
Eloise. Right. I didn't
I'm from
really...
Raelia.
Oh, okay. I'm from here. I didn't really see which way they went. They went west. I think a little to the south. You know where the human city used to be? The former capital of Dunland?
I heard that there's a city somewhere, but people seem to question that.
Yeah, they went kind of in that direction. I think, anyway.
Do you want to come along, or are you gonna stay here?
No, I gotta stay here with Mitch. He's not feeling well. And...
You want a
Is
healing?
this crow's
potion?
name Vinny?
Shush, Scotty. It is now.
Mitch, do you need a healing potion?
He doesn't need a healing potion. He's just... I mean, Lizzie was our mom, really, so...
Is the possum, like, playing dead?
No. The possum is kind of curled up near the throne and looks really dejected and sad.
Would she like us to put her up onto the throne, do you think?
No. No one sits in that throne but Lizzie.
No, that's what I mean. Putting up Lizzie's body on there until we come back.
Well, that'd be good. Yeah.
Should we get her healed up so she's not all weird and goopy?
Don't worry about that. That don't matter.
Okay. She won't even feel a thing when we're done with her.
Well. Okay.
Yeah. Because my magic numbs when we do surgery.
Sure.
Mm-hmm. Chop, chop.
No chopping with Lizzie.
We gotta put the heart back somehow.
You don't chop things. Chop things to take it out.
We gotta put it back somehow, and then we gotta sew it back up.
You just get her heart back and it'll be alright. Yeah?
Y'all are seeing Alois make very, like, weird hand
Yeah.
I really wish.
Just like,
I really wish we could do it.
What
Murder
is,
gestures.
What is plan, Alois?
Oh, there to the southwest to the former capital of Dunwall. Or Dunwall.
Dunlin.
Dunwall. I said Dunwall.
We're
like,
not
that's
playing
not-
Dishonored, and thank the gods.
That tape. Gee.
Wait,
City that is rumor?
Liefield?
Yeah, apparently it's the former capital of Dunlin.
Alright.
It's ruins.
I'm gonna sort of kneel down, and I'm not gonna, like, reach out and touch the crow, but I'm gonna reach up to the crow and say, thank you, Cousin Kroll.
This one's alright.
Well, I'm very glad that Lizzie isn't gone. At least it's something that we can do.
And good news, the city is supposed to be near where we're heading anyway. That's good.
Tis convenient.
Then I guess we should hurry.
Quickly, I will turn to the crow, to Vinny, and say, do you know the location of the Pale Tree?
I don't know what you're talking about.
You know the Pale Tree?
I don't know what
primordial
you're talking about.
Oh,
How's it feel, Alois?
I'm supposed to go find it.
Well, maybe Lizzie can help you once you get a heart back.
Good. It's kind of like the whole reason for existence.
That
Yeah, good.
sounds intense.
Alright, we're gonna go find Lizzie. Do you need anything before we head out? You don't look like you have any.
Some milk from the
Food or
convenience
anything.
store.
Can we bring you back any donuts?
Oh, yeah.
Look, we're not going out to get cigarettes and then never coming back.
Alright, well, I could use a smoke. No, I'm fine. We got
I mean, we
everything
have
need.
cigarettes. Or Cordelia
One
does,
of you
if
does.
she wants to share with the crow.
Somewhere.
Please don't give crows cigarettes.
If the crow asked, she would.
Smoking kills, especially crows. PSA for children.
Yeah,
Oh, man.
PSA for children. And crows.
And crows.
All of our crow viewers.
Yeah.
All the crow viewers out there, put it down. I know you have one. Get rid of it.
Yeah.
Come on.
Pick up a knife instead.
Yeah.
What? No.
Yeah.
That's terrifying.
What you got
No,
there?
it's great.
Revolution.
All right. So, what are you all doing now?
Gotta try and track down these redcap assholes.
Yeah, I guess that's what we're doing.
The second you called them redcaps, I knew that they were gonna be trouble.
like the
We're
mushroom,
going
right?
southwest.
That's not why.
Faelor, redcaps in Faelor, like traditional, I think it's Irish. I don't remember
is.
exactly where redcaps originated. But they would dye their hats in the blood of people they killed for
Yikes.
fun.
Yeah.
Maybe if someone, if Shay or Cordelia had rolled higher, they would have learned more about the red caps.
Can I put out some of the little tidbits, the offerings I had collected just around the throne, so that just to create something a little nice, because this was a gruesome sight.
Oh, I
The
forgot we're putting Lizzie back up on her throne.
To make this space a little less, I just got my heart ripped out in this building.
I am so wildly tempted to drain Lizzie's corpse of blood.
No! Don't do that!
I'm not gonna do it, but I'm wildly tempted.
You're definitely able to sort of arrange a small shrine-like tribute with the way you place things, and you place Lizzie in her throne, and Vinny and Mitch look to be appreciative. Mitch even kind of looks up and gives you a small nod before kind of nuzzling at Lizzie's dead foot.
Okay,
So bad.
two things. One, the spear that she was impaled on.
Yes.
How big is it?
It's about 9 feet or so. It's large enough where it's impaled in the ground, because there's a small spike on it on the blunt end. It's impaled in the ground, and it reaches almost all the way to the ceiling. And the roof is 10, 11, 12 feet at max.
Okay. I want to take it.
Okay. Sure. Let me look up the rules for oversized weapons.
Doesn't Shay fight with a spear? Yeah, we gotta
Yeah,
give
but this
Shay
is a
magic
large-sized spear, not...
Wait, Shay, just turn into a 10-foot version of yourself with your changeling magic and rip the spear out of the ground.
Don't think that's what
not how
changelings
that
can do.
I have not
tried.
seen a 10-foot version of myself, so I can't do that.
I'll draw you a picture real quick.
That's not how that works either.
Ah, bummer. That would be so cool if it was
I know Zala wouldn't be able to, wield this normally, necessarily, but she still wants to take it. And she also wants to use Destroy Blood to pull the blood off of it.
So what you are able to determine by using Destroy Blood is that whatever Lizzie bleeds
Isn't blood?
it's not blood. You're able to
Okay.
remove some of it, but a lot of this blackish ichor is this black green ichor on it that is not blood. There might have been a bit of blood in there.
I figure that's probably not all that strange to Zala.
Throne crystal.
I also figure,
Yes.
I could potentially take my axe to this spear and knock a couple feet off of the shaft of it.
You could try.
If I really want to.
You could definitely try.
What?
It is a
what will we
metal.
even
It
do
is
with
metal.
this? Are we just gonna carry this spear
Oh, it's
around?
metal?
Yeah, it is a metal spear.
Oh,
Sorry.
damn. Never mind, I'm not gonna fuck with it then.
So
I was really hoping it was wood.
if
It wasn't
you
cold, it was-
are, if you use this weapon, you will not be adding your proficiency bonus.
Yeah.
And depending on how you use it, I might instigate disadvantage.
Yeah, I figured.
But you can definitely.
I didn't realize that the whole thing was metal. I thought it had like a wood shaft.
No, fair enough.
But yeah, if the whole thing is metal, I'm just gonna leave it.
Okay. Anything else anyone would like to do in Lizzie's abode?
I have a question.
Yep.
Unrelated. Am I still hungry? I'm worried about that. What's going on?
You are actually quite famished, Cordelia.
Oh no.
How long ago did I eat breakfast?
Long enough ago where it's understandable for you to be hungry, but not long
not this
ago.
hungry.
Yeah. You're basically almost as hungry as you were at the start of the day. And you made sure to eat a lot.
Here's
That's
something
bad.
to consider. Where wolf, where duck, where bottomless pit. We didn't consider.
You got it, Lynn.
That's all I'm saying.
Amazing.
Tapeworm, running theories, tapeworm, where bottomless pit.
Or
Also,
the worst
pregnant or
option.
vampire.
pregnant.
All solid
No.
options.
No, I don't like any of that.
Bad.
Maybe you're hankering for a Fey heart.
Maybe I'll go with that.
Hmm.
I don't know. It's kind of weird coincidence.
So,
So
I have-
Cordelia would go after Shay's heart then?
Oh shit! No, well, do changelings count as Fey, or are they just like, oh, wait, no.
I don't want to cause any alarm, but I'm pretty sure at breakfast this morning Sarah poisoned me.
All right, I already looked over you for poisons. You haven't been poisoned.
Yes, before I ate,
Are
but now I
you
ate and I'm
being
pretty sure I'm
affected
poisoned.
again?
Are you still? What are you feeling like? Describe it. Walk me through it from head to toes. What's the sensation?
I'm fine, and then I'm really hungry, and then I'm fine.
Can
Well-
I touch your stomach? And she's gonna do like that push thing
Okay,
that doctors do.
but you're not
if
allowed
she gets
to-
permission.
Cut my stomach. You can touch
have
it.
to do
Don't
I'm
cut
doing
it.
that weird pushing thing that doctors do on your stomach.
What are you trying to determine? If she's pregnant?
There's a tapeworm wiggling around in there.
Inflammation. If there's
Sure.
anything there that shouldn't be there.
Make me a perception. Medicine check.
I was about to say that's.
Sorry, medicine.
Ah.
24.
24. So you have felt tapeworms and general inflammation. You felt oncoming pregnancies before. There's nothing that you feel in Cordelia's stomach that
Good.
sets off your alarms.
Well, nothing seems out of the ordinary, but I couldn't be sure unless I saw inside you. Since you're feeling so out of the ordinary hungry.
Easy. Have I ever heard of anything like this before? Does this follow any possible necromantic, hungering blight I don't know. Like, is this like something I would have heard of before? Have I ever
Yeah,
make a
I'm
roll?
curious if Zala's heard anything during just tales and oral histories from the tribe.
Zala, you wouldn't have heard anything like this. Bernie, you can make me a history check if you want.
Oh god, another history check. I'm so bad at
I
it.
Bernie.
also-
I need you, Bernie.
I know you need me, but I got a 9 intelligence. It's not. Don't rely on me for
Come on.
shit.
May I also roll for that?
You would not have heard about anything like that. Bernie gets
Can
to roll because
Can
she's
I
studying.
roll?
We would just cut
I-
people open to see what the issue was.
That is a 19.
So, Bernie, there is something that sounds familiar to you in this way. Give me a second to open the Google Drive and
Oh, there's like a whole thing.
well,
Cordelia,
it's part of
question
the
50 already?
just the. Okay, fuck it. I will.
Real quick.
Yes.
I'm throwing this out there. I think that this is connected to the starving skull. I'm just like, Casey asked who was holding it. It was Cordelia, the starving skull.
That would make sense.
I think, like, I don't know why I didn't think of it until just right now. I think this is connected to the starving skull. I think Casey's about to send me the other half of the starving skull sheet, and it's gonna have, like, you must eat magic, or some shit like that.
What you know that this sounds like it could be is that during the Dawn War, you had read about a tribe of men who slayed a demon. They were so starved from the 3-day battle that they carved the creature up and ate it raw. These men soon became racked with pain, unending hunger, and their bodies were then broken apart and reborn anew. These are the Vazni. They now stalk the land, seeking only to sate their unquestionable thirst to be human once more. These are a bloodline of vampirism that you have read about.
Okay, so what does that have to do with Cordelia?
It's the only thing that you can think of that sounds moderately familiar to...
Am I gonna be a cannibal vampire? I don't want to.
Wait, you are turning into a vampire.
Is this what I get for talking about eating were-people?
So do I know, can this bloodline be spread? Can they turn other people? Is this
Yes.
like...
These are very akin to traditional vampire lore, where you bite someone and you can turn someone into a vampire that way. These are some of the more common vampires you'd encounter in Valera. That's...
Okay, I maintain a totally calm expression, and I'm gonna say, actually, Cordelia, there's a sort of... It's like a little tick that can bite you. Let me just search your body for bites very quickly. And I won't, look under your skirt, but if you wanted to check, like, the inside of your thighs, areas of warmth, just in case.
You can look under my skirt, Bernie.
I don't know. You're a lovely woman. I don't know if I'm...
I don't know what this tick looks like.
No.
What does it
Just
look
look
like?
for a bite, like a little scab or some kind of
Okay.
mark. Have you ever heard of the tick that can make you allergic to red meat? It's sort of like that, except it makes you very hungry. So let's just look. And I'm
Okay.
very calmly looking over her body for bites.
Sure.
Behind the neck, like under her massive curly hair.
Roll me an investigation check, and I'll give you advantage because Cordelia is not resisting and is, I assume, is assisting you in any way she can.
Natural fucking 20. It had cocked against the other dice, and then I rolled it again, and it was a 20. This is a good day for Bernie.
Peer through all of Cordelia. You
Gross.
look her up and down,
You're so weird.
in between the webs of her fingers, her toes, the inside of her thigh, places that you can think of that might be inviting to a tick or a vampire.
Or a vampire.
You don't find any bite marks like that.
Alright, so that hypothesis has been ruled out. Other quick question. Do you perchance ever recall in your lifetime eating a demon? You know.
Are we back
I
on
can't say I do,
eating where
No.
animals, or
This is a genuine question.
Is it?
Whoever-
Sounds like you're laughing at me.
I'm not laughing at you. It's a ridiculous question, but I figure I should ask anyways. I understand the answer is very likely to be no, but just in case it's yes, have you ever eaten a demon?
I mean, not that I know of, no.
Alright, then I don't know what it is. Those are the
Have
only...
you ever eaten a demon?
Not that I'm aware of, but I'm not
No,
suffering
that
from
sounds
magical
like
hunger.
fun. We should find a demon.
No,
I don't
Eloise, if
think
you
we
eat a
should
demon,
eat a
it won't be
demon.
fun. You should not do that. You'll end up with... Well... Okay, everybody just goes quiet.
um,
Ominous.
Oh wow, I love this.
I think maybe we should get moving, and we can keep talking about possible answers for Cordelia's dilemma while we travel.
That's a
If you
good
just
idea.
let me cut you up and look into you, Cordelia, I can tell you what's wrong. You
Yeah,
won't
but
feel
the thing
a
would be, then I'd have a new problem, which would be you've cut me up.
But you won't even have a scar left over. It'll be completely healed.
But I'll know.
Not everyone is going to be comfortable with things like that, Alois.
Why?
Is it... I turn to Shay.
Differences in culture.
Turn to Shay. Is it just me, or is Alois very eager to cut somebody open and perform surgery?
Okay, I've never done one unsupervised. I've never done a surgery unsupervised before, and I was really looking forward to doing it when I was out adventuring.
I want to cast protection from evil and good on myself.
I think you have to decide one. But
Joke's
yes.
on you,
Evil.
I'm true neutral.
Yeah.
No, the hunger. The evil hunger inside me.
You cast it and you feel the magic sort of seep into you, tingling, and you're pretty sure it worked. The hunger is still there.
Well, it has disadvantage on attack rolls, so it takes...
Oh, okay.
Your stomach's like putting away the knife, like, God damn it. Cast protection.
Oh god. Now I've just got this image in my head of someone taking a lactate and then eating cheese.
Oh my god.
Is that the equivalent of what Cordelia's doing?
Mm-hmm.
So what would you all like to do now?
Well, Alois would like to cut Cordelia up, but she won't.
That's
Yeah.
not an option because Cordelia said
But
no,
that's, yeah.
and Zala will get protective if necessary. So,
Only allowed to cut into people if you have their consent.
exactly.
That's the first rule in surgery school. I know that.
Exactly.
Surgery school.
They welcome you in. You're like 5. They say, now remember,
That's exactly
put
what
the
happens.
knife down. If they don't say yes.
Oh, actually, no. The first rule of surgery school is don't talk about surgery school.
Yeah.
Exactly.
The second rule
The second
is
rule
Make
is
sure
you
you
have
get
to have
consent.
consent.
The knife. Well, first things
Third
first.
rule is make sure they're knocked out when it happens.
Yeah.
I'm gonna give Cordelia both of the rations in my priest's pack, which have probably been in there since I left home 6 months ago, but they're dry rations, so it's fine.
Yeah.
They're gone now.
It's this hard tack that's what I imagine rations to be. If you know,
Yeah.
Do you know what pemmican is?
No. I know what hardtack is.
Okay, yeah, it's like
Yeah,
pemmican
hardtack is
or
like-
hardtack.
Maybe some, like, beef jerky.
Yeah,
It's been chilling.
or like this. Pemmican is this.
I figure my rations when I left were probably moose jerky.
Probably. Pemmican is this, like, it's like a ration. You use animal fat to keep it bound together, and it's like oats and like berries and meat, and it's sort of this granola bar ration.
Well, as we're walking, I will say, well, Alois, you've never heard of anything like this. I know of one thing, but it's not the case. Zala?
What is it?
Jay? Are there any legends? I just keep talking. Are there any legends from where you're from that would...
Could it be something we've... Could it be something we've encountered while we've been traveling?
Well, she's not been bitten by anything, so I don't
Well,
think so.
I get
but we've interacted with magic, yes?
But the stones, if it was that, I'm sure we'd all have residue, because, you know, I think it was, what, Cordelia and I opened it up to Brelia, and then Shay and
Isn't he
Alois
holding that
opened
weird
it.
magic skull?
That is a fair... Cordelia, why don't you give the skull to me?
Why?
Because it's called the Starving Skull, my friend, and you are starving.
Do we know it's called that?
We don't actually know the name of it. We
yeah,
just it's a skull. Okay. Valid.
I feel like you know, or you have a hunch, and you don't want to tell me, and I'd like you to tell me.
It's not that it's a hunch. It's just so far out of the realm, and we checked you for bites. There's no point even telling you because I don't want to scare you.
I would like to be told.
If you would like to be told. What was the name of the group again?
The Vazni.
So, back in the time of the Dawn War, there was this group of people, soldiers, called the Vazni. They killed the demon. And their stomachs were so empty, well, they cut it up and ate it. And after that, they sort of became vampire-like creatures who wander around, consuming, waiting to become human again. And it is possible that if you had been bitten, you would have become one.
Oh, that's silly. That's
Why
not where
would you even
vampires
bring
come
that up?
from.
That's horrible.
not what
She did
vampires
not say
come from,
vampires. She said
It is
vampire-like.
vampire-like. And Cordelia, I didn't want to tell you for exactly this reason.
I didn't know it was
No.
demon vampires.
I asked
Bernie,
you.
Bernie, vampires come from eating people.
Well, I'm sure, but this particular group are not exactly vampires.
I'm not a demon vampire or.
And that is
Close to
why I did
vampire.
not want to even bring it up, because I know you're not. You're Cordelia, you know, the elfin, lyre player with blonde hair, not the Vazni from the Dawn War who ate a demon. Unless you have something else to tell us about your life.
No, I have not eaten a demon, to my knowledge.
Well, the skull is the only magic thing that's changed recently around you, right? Besides, like, the stones.
How
but-
recently?
Worth.
What?
It's worth a shot.
What do you mean, how recently?
Well, I've had a lot of magic thing going on in the last few months. It's been
Yeah.
quite the time in my life.
But, like the stones haven't affected us. Really?
Alright. Can I take out the skull and make an arcana check on it?
Yep.
That's good, because my arcana is not good.
Mine is good, but I rolled a 9.
Amazing.
It is a
swear she's
very
smart.
creepy skull.
It's
Well,
worth a try, I think.
I think
If
so.
handing it
Just
over
like a
would...
skull to me.
Why are you so reluctant to let it go? Just let one of us hold on to it tonight.
I just I had a look. I know a bit about magic. It doesn't
Well, this is
feel like
incredibly suspicious that you've gotten this hungry feeling, and now perhaps you're being supernaturally compelled to not let go of the skull, which is
well,
concerning.
okay, it is just hunger. Like I'm not dying.
But
we don't
what if
know
you
that
are?
right
What if you
now.
will starve?
I'm not going to starve because we've got this hardtack. Thank you.
Are you still hungry?
I'm peckish.
We don't know if the hunger is not going to kill you.
Alright, fine.
Why don't I
Take
hold
the
it for just
skull.
a day, and we'll see how you feel.
Yeah, just take it for a day.
Just drop it. Drop it on the ground. I don't care.
Oh no, don't do that. It's magical.
It like turns all the grass around it dead when it lands on it.
Ah,
Well, who amongst us is particularly resistant to the forces of a magical object? Just
Well,
in
I'm always
case.
hungry, so
I
I might
am.
as well already take it.
No, because what if it makes it worse? Shay, Zara,
I think you should hang on to it, Bernie.
I am
No, I
probably
don't want to
the
hang on to it.
worst
No.
choice.
No, I think Bernie should hang on to it.
I don't
If
think
you don't
that
want to... No, I think you should.
Either we are going to bury it here, or one of us is going to carry it, other than
Put
Cordelia.
it in the bag.
It's my skull, and I want either
It's
Bernie to hang on to it or
our
me to hang on to it.
skull.
Okay,
It's
okay,
my skull.
fine.
Technically,
I will
it's
hang on to
none
the
of you
skull.
all's skull because
Okay.
you're alive and you have your skulls.
Excuse me,
Shay.
no, I could attach it, Casey, to myself.
Shay
I
is
don't
right.
think you should do that.
I'm
Praise
gonna say no, you can't.
Let's put it in the bag, and then nobody is.
No, because then we won't know. The point here is we want to work out if the skull's the problem. So if you take it and you wake up
True.
feeling hungry, we'll know it's the problem.
But I don't want to be hungry.
And the other
Give
thing
me
is,
the skull.
sometimes we have to. Sometimes magic takes some time to take effect.
All
I
right,
think
I'll-
Bernie should
I'll-
hold it.
I'll take the skull, and I just snatch it out of Cordelia's hand. I'm like, fine.
Thank you,
This
Bernie.
creepy skull that I don't like. I will just.
Meanwhile, literally everyone else is
you.
like, I'll hold the skull.
just put it in like my pocket or something.
Alright. Bernie, you are now in possession of the starving skull. You do not know
Enjoy.
it has that name.
I just think that it is particularly cruel that my first idea was which one of us could perhaps resist. And Cordelia, you want me to test it out on myself.
No, I
just
think-
have a bit of an
I
issue.
think you're the one who is saying this is a dangerous object, and if you're thinking that's true, you're kind of mean to put that onto someone else. It's
Wasn't
your
it
hypothesis.
Aloise's idea about the skull?
Maybe, but in Cordelia's mind, Bernie was the one pushing it.
All right, you're right. It is. Well, I don't know if it was my idea specifically. I got lost in the weeds there. It was brought up by somebody who may or may not have been me. But if I think it is harmful, you're correct. I, the person who gives you life in combat, will hang on to the skull.
It's very noble of you.
You're welcome.
Good lord.
Look at that dog.
Look at him.
Woof.
He's so
Look
cute.
at me!
Aw.
What a good boy. So pretty.
Is he
Anyway.
barking?
I think there's dogs barking next
Oh,
door.
okay.
Mad.
I don't know where my dog went. He's gone. He left me. So did my partner. So did all three of my cats. I've been abandoned.
Oh.
So, is there tracks that we're following, or are we just heading southwest?
There are tracks that are following. They're not. They don't seem as copious as the tracks you were initially following, but there are
So
tracks
that's some of
to
them.
the west.
Then I guess we will follow those.
All right. With everything in Lonely Lizzie's hut taken care of, the discussion of the skull now behind you, you all set out to the west to investigate what might have happened here at Lonely Lizzie's hut. And that is where I will wrap this week's session.
Ooh.
As we wrap up, I would like to remind you all to go find us on YouTube, search up Everyone Dice. That'll help the algorithm, YouTube's search algorithm tell you all where Everyone Dice actually is.
Yes.
Instead of just finding titles that happen to have the words Everyone and Dice in them.
Yeah.
We're at the beginning of stream at 42 out of 100 subscribers. Please subscribe, make your friends subscribe, go steal their accounts and subscribe for them. I don't care. We want to get 100 subscribers so we can have a custom URL and stop looking like a shittily disguised Rickroll.
Yes.
And when we hit 100 subs, we will be giving away a set of dice made by AJ.
Yeah.
They're really cool, guys.
Should I do a sneak peek?
Yeah.
I mean, I have
Yes.
one unfinished one, but like, I can get it to focus.
Oh.
It's not focusing. I don't know how to make it focus.
I can see the sparkles.
It's sparkly. It's got
We'll get-
gold and
Um,
pink.
We'll
Why
get
don't you-
some lovely pictures soon.
Yeah, why don't you take a picture and post it in the Everyone Dice chatter? That way, if you
Yeah,
haven't already
in the
joined our
Discord
Discord,
server,
join our
you'll get a
Discord.
sneak peek of the dice.
Yes. I also want to say before we wrap up, everyone will be leveling up to level 4.
Oh, we're leveling up now?
You are leveling
Or-
up, not right, you don't have to level up right now, but as leaving Lizzie's hut, you will be level 4. So,
Okay.
before next
Great.
session, please do the level ups. Please remember, this does mean that healing spells will no longer have the...
No.
Yes, if you roll a 1,
No.
if you roll a 1 on healing spells, I'm afraid that will be what you get. Same for HP. If you roll a 2, you can no longer re-roll that. But if you do... But again, for HP, if you roll a 1, you can re-roll it. So, you'll no longer get a 1 on HP.
Sick.
Yeah. That is everything I have to add. Yeah. Go join our Discord, as Scotty said.
And
follow us on YouTube.
Be sure to, once again, our lovely sponsor, Grinding Coffee, who we really need to bump at the beginning of the show as well. Be sure to go check out what they have in stock. Use our referral code CompassRosePro. You'll get a discount. We'll get commission. You'll be supporting not 1 but 2 queer-owned businesses. And we'll love you forever.
I'm gonna drop the link in the Twitch chat right now, and I'll drop it in the Discord server for.
Yeah, I believe we also have it in the announcements channel in the Discord server.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
All right, but we are looking very much forward to next week. What mysteries the Lurende holds. But we'll see you all next week. Bye, everyone.